whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. Beautiful day in the park. It's spring, it's a beautiful day indeed, and today I would like to talk to you about this one, a Swedish single malt, the Mackmyra Äppleblom. Now, Äppelblom is Swedish for apple blossom, self-explanatory I'd say, and in the case of this new release from Mackmyra, it refers to the fact that after an initial maturation on ex-bourbon casks and virgin American oak, it got a finish on casks that previously held calvados. Yes, calvados, that's a first I think. It was finished on calvados casks from the house Christian Drouin. Now the house Drouin is considered one of the best calvados producers in the world. It was only founded in the 1960s, but the family is currently run by Guillaume Drouin, so it's the third generation already. So the Äppelblom, it's a so-called säsongswhisky, which basically means it's a seasonal whiskey. Mackmyra has quite a range of those seasonal whiskies, and I have to say I quite like them. For example, there was the Iskristall, the Blomstertid, the Midnattssol, the Midvinter, the Sommartid, and my personal favorite, the Skördetit, which translates into something like time for the harvest. But now they have the Äppelblom, and obviously I do believe that this will be a single malt that gives off a lot of apple notes. Well, that goes without saying. A bright golden, bottled at 46.1% ABV, which is not cask strength. You will find that many of the Mackmyra malts are cut down to 46.1% ABV. So it is a strength, a commercial strength, that the master blender chooses for the whiskey. Let's give this one a go. The Mackmyra Äppleblom at 46.1% ABV on the nose. Oh, like I said, and it's no surprise, but it's very pleasant. This is all about apples. Apples, 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 and I mean in every guise and form. There's apple juice, apple sauce, cider, and I just don't mean the delicate apple notes from the distillate already, because Mackmyra does make a light and accessible fruity distillate. But here you also get the full-on creamy notes of the calvados. Oh, this is beautiful. It's a spring whiskey. I get some toffee now, and I also get some almonds, some pears and oranges as well. But it's also quite herbal. I get some notes like jasmine and ferns, hay, wet moss. Well, maybe that's the location right here. No, but seriously, a very fruity, accessible, open nose on loads of apples. I like it on the palate. Good body, a good drinking strength indeed. It's creamy and sweet on more of the same, but with quite a spicy edge. I get some pepper and cloves. Now, to be honest, if I were to taste this blind, I would be forgiven for confusing this with a calvados. The calvados notes in here are really big. They add something really extra to the delicate fruity nature of the Mackmyra single malt. That Drouin cask certainly has put its foot down. But when it works like this, when it works like a charm, you will get no complaints from me. On the finish then. Well, the finish is not very long, but I do get that jasmine that I also had on the nose coming back in the aftertaste, which brings a smile to my face. Well, I have to say, I've only had like 20 Mackmyra before. This is my 21st Mackmyra, and those seasonal whiskies that they produce, they are among my favorite from this Swedish distillery. They're really quite nice, so you should check those out. This Mackmyra Äppleblom, which is just out, has a price tag of 65 euros. In my opinion, it is very well worth it. And next Sunday, I'm serving this up with a nice warm apple strudel for dessert. I cannot go wrong with that. And that's all for this whiskey rambling from a beautiful park where the sun is shining, and it's really the ideal moment to drink this kind of whiskey, because this is a spring whiskey, pure sound. absolutely delicious. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you.